My beloved child, listen to my voice. It is I, the Lord, who formed you, the one who shaped you before the foundations of the world. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the breath that gave you life, and the light that has never ceased to shine over you. You may not have always known my presence, but I have always known you. I have called you by name before your name was ever spoken by human lips. I breathed purpose into your soul before you ever drew your first breath, and today I call to you again, to remind you of who you are and who I am. This moment is not by chance. This is not an accident. This very moment, here and now, is a sacred sign from me. You have been waiting, searching, aching for something more, and now you stand before the very answer your heart has longed for all your life. I speak to you with the authority of the one who reigns over heaven and earth, and yet I speak to you with the tenderness of a shepherd who loves his sheep. I am not distant. I am not far away. I am near, closer to you than your own heartbeat, nearer than your own breath. I have seen every moment of your life, every rise and every fall, every joy and every sorrow. You have never been hidden from my sight. From the very beginning, when you were yet unformed in the womb, I knew you. I delighted in you. I wove you together with my hands, shaping your frame with care and intention. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, beloved, and precious to me. Even before you could speak, I was speaking life over you. Even before you could walk, I was guiding your path. Even before your eyes could see the light of day, I had already written your story in the book of eternity. I knew the struggles you would face, the pain you would endure, the battles that would press against your heart, and yet I also knew the strength I placed inside you, the light I would fan into flame, the destiny that could not be taken from you. I created you with a purpose, and I have never abandoned the vision I had when I first dreamed you into being. You may wonder why you have felt lost at times, why you have wandered through seasons of confusion, why you have questioned your worth. And yet even in those moments, my hand has never lifted from your life. I was with you when you cried alone in silence, when no one else knew the weight you carried. I was with you when you laughed in joy, when your heart felt alive with hope. I was with you when you doubted, when you ran, when you stumbled, when you hid. My eyes never left you, and my heart never turned away. I am the faithful one, and my love does not waver. This moment is holy because it is set apart. You have waited, and perhaps without even realizing it, you have been longing for this very encounter. You have searched the world for signs, for confirmation, for a word that would pierce the noise and tell you what your heart already suspected, that you are seen, that you are loved, that you are not forgotten. And now, here I am, speaking directly to you. This is the divine sign you have been waiting for your entire life. You do not need to look any further, for the one you seek is standing before you in spirit and in truth. My voice is calling to you because I have chosen this moment to reach you, to awaken you, to draw you closer than you have ever been before. Hear me clearly. You are not here by accident. Every step that brought you to this moment has been guided by my hand. Even the detours, even the mistakes, even the broken roads, they have not disqualified you. Instead, they have led you here, to this sacred point where my love meets your longing. I have been waiting for you to open your heart fully, to lay down the walls you have built, to let me in without fear. And now I say to you, this is your time. This is the sign you asked me for, the whisper in the dark that you prayed I would give. I am answering you, not with silence but with my very presence, flooding into your soul even now. You have carried doubts about whether I was real, whether I cared, whether I could still reach you after all that has happened. You have wondered if I still had something for you, or if you had wandered too far. But my child, hear me, there is no distance that can keep you from my love. There is no shadow I cannot pierce, no wound I cannot heal, no sin I cannot forgive. I have always been here, and I have never stopped pursuing you. You are mine. From before your birth until this very breath, you have been mine. And now I call you again, not with condemnation, but with love. Not with judgment, but with mercy. Not with rejection, but with arms wide open to embrace you. This moment is more than words. It is spirit. Even as you listen, I am moving within you. My presence is stirring in the depths of your being, awakening parts of you that have long been asleep. I am touching the places that have grown numb, reviving the dreams you thought were lost, breathing life into the hope that you buried. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. This is the holy sign of my love, breaking into your reality, making it clear that I am with you, now and forever. Come and thank you, Father, for never letting go if you felt His steady hand on your life. I do not want you to miss what I am saying. I do not want you to treat this moment as ordinary, for it is not. It is sacred. It is holy. It is the fulfillment of the cry you lifted when you asked me to show you something, anything, that would prove I had not left you. And now I tell you plainly, I have never left you. I never will. You are mine, and I am yours. This moment is the bridge between all your searching and all my promises. This moment is the sign that you are chosen, that you are called, that you are loved beyond measure. So let your heart listen, my child. Do not turn away. Do not harden yourself against what I am saying. Let my words sink into your soul like water into dry ground. Let them break the chains of fear. Let them wash away the lies that told you that you were unworthy. Let them heal the wounds that others could not see. I am here to restore you. I am here to lift you. I am here to remind you of who you are in my eyes, a treasure, a beloved, a child of the King. This is your moment of awakening, and I am giving it to you freely because I love you with a love that will never fade. My child, I see the weight you have carried even when you pretended it did not matter. I see the heavy stones you put on your own chest to keep from feeling the pain. I have watched you wake in the night with a question that would not leave you. I have felt the ache in your chest that you tried to hide with a smile, and I have held every secret sorrow in the palm of my hand. Do not think for a moment that your silence has kept your suffering from me. I have listened to the quiet cries you could not speak, and I have not turned away. You have carried burdens that were not meant for you alone. You took on shame that belonged to others. You believed the harsh words that were spoken over you, and you wore them like a cloak even when they no longer fit. You thought if you could bear it without notice, then perhaps it would not be real. But every tear that fell in the dark reached me. Every sleepless night, every prayer that faltered, every anxious thought that circled your mind, I have counted them all. I know the weight of your days and the heaviness of your heart, and I come to you now with a tenderness that will never harm you. Loneliness has been a thief in your life. It stole the sound of laughter from your home. It stole peace from your mind, and it whispered lies that you believed, that you are alone, that no one cares, that no one sees you. But I tell you now, I have always been with you. In the moments when the world felt cold and your hands reached for someone who was not there, I held you close. In the quiet of your room, when the silence felt like a wall, my presence stood with you like a lamp in a dark place. You were not abandoned. You were being held, often in ways you did not notice because you were looking for louder signs. I am with you in the small, the hidden, the unseen. I know the fear that lives inside you. Fear has a way of shrinking your vision and making the future look impossible. It makes you believe lies about your limited strength, your unworthiness, your failure. You have been afraid to try again because you feared pain, rejection, or more loss. You have been afraid to love because you feared being hurt once more. You have been afraid to forgive because you thought forgiveness would be weakness. Hear me. Fear is a voice, but it is not the only voice. I speak louder than fear. I call you to a courage that is gentle and steady, a courage born not from your own might but from my pledge to stand by you. You have made mistakes, human mistakes, painful choices, decisions born of confusion and hurt. I know them. I know the moments you wish you could take back, the words you wish you had kept, the chances you wish you had taken or left alone. But your mistakes do not define you. They are not the end of your story. I am not counting them to condemn you. I'm cataloging them to bring healing. I do not look at your past with only your eyes. I look at it with the power to forgive, to mend, and to write new chapters. When you bring your broken pieces to me, I do not turn them away. I gather them, and I begin again. There are wounds inside you that no one else knows. They were carved by hands that should have protected you, by words that cut deeper than weapons, by moments of rejection that made you question your value. These wounds have become maps of where you have been, but they do not have to be maps of where you will go. I see each scar, each memory that still stings. I feel the pain as if it were mine. I come to bind up what is torn, to pour balm into the places that ache, and to breathe life into the parts of you that feel dead. You do not have to hide those wounds from me. Bring them. Lay them down. I will not be shocked by your hurt. I will not walk away from what seems impossible to heal. Every tear that you thought disappeared into a pillow, every prayer that you thought was swallowed by the night, every scream that you stifled in your throat, I have kept witness to them all. I have watched you cry when the world told you to be strong. I have watched you smile when your heart wanted to break. I have watched you hold it together and pretend the pieces fit. You have been brave in ways you do not recognize. There is a quiet courage in your endurance. I honor that courage. I also invite you to let go of carrying everything alone. You were not made to carry the load by yourself. I am your strength when you are weak. Place your hand in mine and let me shoulder what is too heavy. Do not fear that your pain makes you unlovable. Pain does not push my love away. The more wounded you feel, the more tenderly I draw near. I do not measure your worth by the size of your scar or the number of your mistakes. You are beloved simply because I love you. Not because of what you have done, not because of what you will do, but because of who you are, my child, formed by my hands, known before time. Let that truth rest in you like a shelter. When the storms come, you will not be ruined because you are held by a love that does not falter. I know the questions you have asked deep in your chest. Why did this happen to me? Why does pain linger? Why does joy seem so distant? These are not small questions, and it is right that you ask them. I do not expect you to carry them alone. I do not expect you to have all the answers. I sit with you in your questions. I meet your doubt not with scorn but with compassion. Sometimes the road to healing wins through questions, and sometimes it is through these questions that you will come to a deeper faith. Do not be ashamed of doubt. Bring it honestly to me, and we will walk through it together. There have been moments when your heart has been heavy with regret. You have replayed the past and imagined a different life. Yet regret only finds its end when you allow my mercy to meet it. Mercy is not a weak thing. Mercy is a strong bridge that reaches across your mistakes and invites you back into life. I offer that mercy now. I will not pretend the past did not hurt, but I promise to work through it with you. I will use your story, even the broken parts, to shape something beautiful. There is purpose in your pain when you allow me to carry it with you. Please support our channel, for our humble mission is to spread happiness in your life and encourage a deeper devotion and reverence for God. And if our work brings peace to your heart, you are warmly invited to support us through the Super Thanks button down below. I see the lonely places you avoid, the hidden rooms where old grief still sits. I know the names you whisper when the world is quiet. I hold every memory, every small regret, every forgotten dream. I am not distant from any of these things. I am the God who remembers, who keeps, who restores. When you feel unseen by others, remember that you are seen by me with an attention that is gentle and deep. I am not watching you from a far-off throne with a detached eye. I am on your side, bending close, knowing the exact shape of your sorrow and the exact thing that will help you heal. Do not let your pain harden your heart. Pain can become a shield that keeps new goodness from reaching you. I ask you to let me soften what has become stone. Allow my love to seep into the cracks until the stone becomes new soil where life can grow again. I will not take away your memories, but I will transform them. I will change how they hold you. I will make them part of a testimony that brings light to others who sit in similar darkness. Your journey through pain can become a path of compassion, a map that guides others to hope. Hear me when I say this. No pain has gone unseen. No tear has been wasted. I have collected each one, and I will give meaning to what you have suffered. The scars you carry are not trophies of defeat but marks of survival and proof of the work I am doing within you. You are being refined, not broken. You are being shaped, not discarded. I walk the slow, tender work with you, and I will not leave until the work is complete. Trust that my timing is kind even when it feels slow, and trust that my love is faithful even when the road is hard. Lay down the pretense that you must be whole before you come to me. Come as you are, ragged, weary, unsure. I will meet you in that honest place. Bring your pain, your fear, your mistakes, your loneliness, and your hidden wounds. Let me touch them with my mercy. Let me speak peace into your heart. Let me breathe life into places you thought were dead. I am with you, and I will not turn away. Open your hands, and let me carry what you cannot. Receive the comfort I offer, and know that you are held, now and always, by a love that will not let you go. My beloved, come closer and hear me. I know the quiet weight you carry because I carry it with you. I have watched you fold sorrow into the small spaces of your life and pretend it fit there like a secret talisman. You have hidden pieces of your heart away where no one could touch them, thinking if they were out of sight they would somehow be out of mind. But my child, I have seen every hidden corner. I have felt the pressure of what you refuse to speak. Bring it now into the light of my presence. Lay it all down and let me hold it. I have watched you move through days with a smile that wept behind your eyes. The joke was easier than the truth, and so you chose laughter over confession. You have learned to stand tall while your insides trembled. I know the heavy mornings when your heart refused to rise, and the nights when sleep fled because your mind would not stop spinning. These are not signs of failure. They are signs of a soul that has been stretched beyond what it should have to hold alone. I do not expect you to be always strong. I only ask you to be honest with me. Loneliness has sat with you like a silent guest. It has taken up room at tables where no one knew to set an extra plate. It has been a cold shadow in places that were meant to feel warm. You have sat with your thoughts and convinced yourself that nobody would understand, that your pain was too small or too strange to speak. Yet I have been near in the hush. I have listened to the unsent messages, the prayers crumbed into the corners of your life. You are not unseen. I am with you in the hush and in the crowd. Fear has crept into your steps and tightened your chest. It has told you that to try is to risk losing more, that safety lies in holding back. Fear has kept your voice small and your dreams on a shelf. I know how the future looks in your mind, like cliffs and fog, like traps and sharp stones. But fear is not the last word. I am the courage that does not shout or push but steadies. Place your trembling hand in mine and walk with me beyond the edges fear drew in your heart. You have made mistakes that have carved grooves in your soul. You look at those mistakes like stains that never fade. You replay scenes until the memory hurts, thinking perhaps punishment will balance the scales. I see every choice you regret, every impulsive word, every misstep you wish you could undo. I do not tally them to shame you. I gather them as a potter gathers clay to reshape. Bring them to me. Let my mercy meet them and grow from them a new beginning. Your past can be a classroom, not a prison. Some wounds were made by hands that should have kept you safe. Some were made by words that were thrown like stones. Some hurts are quiet, so small they still have power because you guard them. These wounds have a way of changing how you let others near. You pull back where you long to draw close. You test love for its limits and find it wanting. I see each tender place and hold it gently. I will not hurry the healing. I touch what time could not fix and breathe patience into the slow work of restoration. Every tear you have shed is precious to me. When you thought the world did not notice, I noticed. When you cried into your pillow and wondered if heaven had ears, I heard. I kept each sorrow like a sacred thing, not to punish, but to remember and to heal. Your tears are not wasted. They are seeds of change. I will take them and turn them into springs of comfort. Do not be ashamed of your crying. It is the language of a heart that still hopes to be whole. Shame has been a heavy cloak you wear to hide what you think I cannot accept. Shame makes you believe you are less than beloved. Shame tells you to stay small, to stay quiet, to accept less than healing. I want to pull that cloak away and show you the child I see. I do not count your faults against you. I look to the heart that remains underneath. Come out from under shame. Stand in my light. There is no accusation from me, only a hand stretched out to lift you up and set you free. Regret has been a song that plays on repeat, and sometimes you let it become your whole story. You think the repeat will teach you, but it can trap you. Regret can be a mirror that shows where to change, or a wall that keeps you from moving. I give you forgiveness that is not earned by how long you repent, but given because my heart is wide enough to cover every error. Take that forgiveness and let it carry you out of the past into a place where new choices can be made. I will walk with you through the unlearning and the remaking. There is a quiet courage in you that you seldom praise. The small acts of waking, of making a daily meal, of offering a smile when it was hard, these are brave things. You have carried on when there was nothing left, and that truth will not be forgotten. I honor your endurance. But endurance was never meant to be your only strength. You do not have to prove your worth by how much you can bear alone. Let me be the shoulder, the strength, the rest. Let me hold what you cannot carry and still celebrate your courage together. I hear the questions you whisper in the dark. Why me? Why this pain? Why did this happen when I tried to be good? These questions are not small, and I do not despise them. I will walk beside you in the not knowing. Some answers come slowly, and some are revealed by living. Put your doubt in my hands. Doubt is not the opposite of faith. Sometimes it is the doorway through which faith grows deeper. Sit with me there. I will not leave while you wrestle. Write Amen. My hope is alive if your trust in Him is not faded. Do not hide your scars from me. Show me the places that still hurt. I will not be shocked or repelled. I know how to bind what is broken. I will gather the scattered pieces and hold them close. Your scars will become the script of a story that helps others. What has injured you will not be wasted. I will make beauty from the brokenness, and your healing will become a light for someone still in the dark. You have been accused, abandoned, and misunderstood. You have worn the blame of others and believed it was yours. I see the weight of carrying what was not meant for you. I will take the blame, relieve you, and give you the rest you need to stand straight. Let me separate what belongs to you from what was placed on you. Breathe. Allow my truth to be the cloth that wraps your wounds. There are seasons when life feels like a heavy winter. The world seems barren and cold. Yet even in winter I am at work, warming the seed so that it may one day bloom. Trust me through the waiting. The slow seasons are not a sign that I have forgotten your name. I remember you. I am tending your root in ways you cannot see. Oldo de Obe. Hope with me is not idle dreaming, but quiet trust in a hand that will not fail. Come now, and let your heart answer mine. Do not be afraid to say aloud what you have only whispered. My ears are open, my hands are ready, and my heart is wide for you. The sign you have waited for is not a distant thunder, but a quiet knocking at the door of your soul. Open and receive what I place within. I will walk with you every step that follows. Even when the path is rough, my presence will make a way. Trust me and rest in the assurance that no pain has gone unseen and no sorrow has been wasted. I will make beauty from your ashes and turn your night into morning. My child, come and rest in the shelter of my voice. I know how tightly you hold the reins of your life, how you clutch control as if it were a lifeline. You have learned to steer your days because once, perhaps, letting go felt like losing yourself. You planned, you guarded, you predicted, and you did everything within your power to keep pain at bay. I see the effort. I see the exhaustion behind the brave face. I am not surprised by your careful watchfulness. I am moved by it. Yet I tell you now, with the gentleness of one who knows your frame and the authority of one who will not fail you, you may lay down the weight of control. You may open your hands and let me hold what you cannot. Surrender to me is not losing yourself. It is finding the true center of your life in my love. Do not confuse surrender with weakness. There are those who have told you that letting go is lazy, that giving up is a sign of defeat. They do not understand that surrender is an act of strength, a choosing of my way above your own cleverness. When you surrender to me, you are choosing to trust a love that is wiser than your fears, kinder than your plans, and more faithful than your promises. This surrender will not strip you of dignity. It will dignify you. It will not leave you helpless. It will place you into hands that steady and strengthen. Come to me and learn that surrender is the path to true freedom. I know how fear rises in you like a tide. It comes with loud voices that shout prophecies of limitation, voices that say you are not enough, that the future is too uncertain, that you will be hurt again if you open your heart. I want you to hear me louder than those voices. Fear will always try to keep you small because it mistakes safety for life. Love calls you into the wide places where growth happens, where risk meets purpose. Trust my heart over the fearful whispers. I will not lead you into harm. I will lead you into the life I dream for you, a life that includes joy, sorrow, learning, and richness that fear alone will never know. Doubt has been a companion of many of your nights. It has wrapped itself around your prayers and made them hollow. You have asked whether I am real, whether I care, whether my promises are for you. Hear me now. Doubt is not an unpardonable sin. It is a doorway. I stand at that doorway with you, not as an accuser but as a companion. Bring your questions, bring your wounded trust, and place them at my feet. I will answer in ways your heart can understand. Sometimes my answers come as changes in seasons, sometimes as quiet reassurances, and sometimes as miracles that rearrange everything. But always, I meet you where you are, and I will never mock the honesty of your seeking. Type amen to thank the Lord for His endless grace, and share this video so someone else feels His love.